Senior officers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, momentarily the special guest of honor will arrive at this venue accompanied by other dignitaries. You are please requested to rise as the special guest of honor enters the graduation hall. I shall also request that you remain standing for the national prayers and until the special guest of honor takes his seat. Please be kindly reminded to set your phones on silent mode or switch them off during this great occasion. Thank you very much. Distinguished senior officers, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of the special guest of honor, Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, Commander of the Order of the Niger, member of the National Institute. May I humbly request that we all remain standing for the national prayer, which is the last stanza of the national anthem. May we now recite the national prayer after the count of three. 1, 2, 3. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and unity, Nigeria will be blessed. Amen. Please be seated. The special guest of honor, Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, Commander of the Order of the Niger, member of the National Institute, Honorable Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the representative of the Chief of Defense Staff, the Chief Host, the Chairman, Army War College Nigeria Governing Board, and our highly revered Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.O. Oluyede, Nigerian Army Medal, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral E.I. Ogala, ably represented, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal H.B. Abubakar, ably represented, the Inspector General of Police, the Chief of Defense Intelligence, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors and members of the Diplomatic Corps, Director Army, Ministry of Defense and other members of Army War College Nigeria Governing Board, the Directors, Generals and Principal Staff Officers from the Defense and Service Headquarters here present, Commander, Army Headquarters Garrison, commanders and heads of Nigerian Army establishments here present, commandants of other institutions here present, the President, Nigerian Army Officers' Wife Association and her entourage, as well as the Army War College Nigeria NAWA coordinator, Commandant, Army War College Nigeria, our highly revered former commandants of this great institution, the Deputy Commandant, Director of Studies, very senior officers, both serving and retired, representatives of various ministries, departments and agencies, Commander, Guards Brigade, other directors of the college, highly revered members of the external faculty, dedicated members of faculty, participants of Army War College Nigeria Course 9 2025, distinguished invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to welcome you all to T.Y. Buratai Auditorium, the venue for the graduation ceremony of Army War College Nigeria Course 9 2025. I am Colonel O.J. Efebukan, a member of faculty at this prestigious college and the compere for today's occasion. We shall commence today's proceedings with the safety brief. The special guest of honor, sir, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in the unlikely event of an emergency, we have procedures in place to ensure your safety. While I assure you that the only excitement today will come from the joy of this great celebration, may I please crave your indulgence to watch the safety and evacuation procedure clip. Kindly note that there is no planned evacuation drill during the course of this ceremony.
Welcome to T.Y. Buratai Auditorium, Army War College, Nigeria. Before acquainting you with the safety instructions, please permit me to orient you with T.Y. Buratai Auditorium. The auditorium is located on the second floor of the college complex extension. There are two staircases from the ground floor leading to the T.Y. Buratai Auditorium. These are staircase A by the reception and staircase B slightly ahead. There is also an elevator in between staircases A and B. The auditorium has 5 entrance doors, tagged door 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These doors also serve as exit doors 1 to 5 respectively. On entrance into the auditorium, the stage is located on the left. The auditorium is divided into 2 major sections, Section 1 and Section 2. There are 6 aisles in the auditorium for ease of movement. On the rear of the auditorium is the door leading into the control room. Please note that the seats in the auditorium are numbered alphabetically in rows. For your convenience, there are male and female toilet facilities slightly ahead of staircase B. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please do not panic. Kindly adhere to the following instructions. Those seated on the stage and rows A to G are to exit the auditorium through exit doors 1 and 2. Turn right and use staircase A to the ground floor. Exit the building and move to muster point A by the security post ahead of the parking area. Those seated on rows H to M are to exit the auditorium using exit door 3. Use staircase B to the ground floor and exit the building onto muster point A by the security post. Furthermore, those seated on rows N to W and personnel in the control room are to exit the auditorium through exit doors 4 and 5. Turn right and use staircase B to the ground floor. Exit the building and move to muster points B on the right of the rear gate. In the event of power outage during emergency, the exit signs marked on reflective materials will help guide you to the exit doors. Physically challenged persons should be assisted by those seated next to them to evacuate the building through exit doors 1 or 2. Please do not make use of the elevator during emergencies. Exit the building using the staircase only. Should you forget any items, please do not go back to the building. Your safety is first. Please note, there is no scheduled fire drill at this time. Thank you for your attention and remain safe.
The special guest of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, come address. Then we will watch a documentary on Army War College, Nigeria. And after that, the Deputy Commandant, Director of Studies, Army War College, Nigeria, Brigadier General O.I. Odige, will give the course highlights before we witness the conferment of awards and presentation of certificates to graduates and other deserving personalities. The Army War College Nigeria Journal, magazine, and other publications will be unveiled, and this will then set the stage for the special guest of honor to deliver his graduation speech ahead of the presentation of gifts and souvenirs. Later, the Director, War and Strategy, Army War College Nigeria will give the vote of thanks before we end the ceremony with the special guest of honor signing the visitor's book commemorating today's event with a group photograph outside the auditorium, which will be followed by light refreshments. And to kickstart today's graduation ceremony, it is my honor to respectfully invite our amiable and indefatigable Commandant, Army War College Nigeria, Major General U.M. Alkali, Distinguished Service Star, Command Medal, Past Staff Course Dagger, Fellow War College Dagger, National Security and War Corps Pakistan, Master of Science, to deliver his welcome address. The Commandant, sir.
The special guest of honor, His Excellency Alhaji Muhammad Badaru Abubakar, Commander, Order of the Niger, Member National Institute, our Honorable Minister of Defense, Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Chief of Defense Staff, General C.G. Musa, Officer of the Order of the Federal Republic, ably represented by the Chief of Training, Defense Headquarters, the chief hosts, and our own chairman, Army War College Nigeria Governing Board, our highly revered Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.O. Oluede, Nigerian Army Medal, among several other medals and decorations. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral E.I. Ogala, ably represented by Director Operations and Training. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal H.D. Abubakar, ably represented by the Air Secretary, Nigerian Air Force, the Chief of Defense Intelligence, Your Excellencies, ambassadors and members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the Army War College Nigeria Governing Board, Director Generals and Principal Staff Officers from Defense and Service Headquarters Garrison, Commanders and Heads of Nigerian Army establishments here present, Commandants of the National Defense College, Naval War College, and Air Force War College, and other commandants here present, the President, Nigerian Army Officers' Wives Association and her entourage, as well as my dear wife, the Army War College Nigeria NAOA coordinator, our highly revered former commandants here present, the Deputy Commandant, Director of Studies, Army War College Nigeria, very senior officers serving and retired, representatives of various ministries, departments, and agencies, Commander Guards Brigade, other directors of the college, our revered members of external faculty, our esteemed and distinguished members of faculty, graduates of Army War College Course 9 2025, distinguished invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome our special guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Defense, His Excellency Alhaji Muhammad Badaro Abubakar, Commander Order of the Niger, Member National Institute to the Army War College Nigeria, the Nigerian Army's apex institution for professional military education. Sir, we are deeply grateful for your kind acceptance to join us on this significant occasion and to confer upon the graduating participants of Course 9 2025 the distinguished symbol of Fellow War College. I also warmly welcome the Chief of Defense Staff, whose passion and strategic guidance to the armed forces had been invaluable to college's success. I also warmly welcome our chief host, the Chief of Army Staff and Chairman of our own governing board, Lieutenant General O.O. Oluyede, Nigerian Army Medal, whose steadfast strategic guidance continues to shape the growth and relevance of the college. We also appreciate the presence of other service chiefs, members of the college governing board, senior officers from the Armed Forces of Nigeria, heads of security agencies, members of the diplomatic corps, captains of industries, our esteemed invited guests, families, and friends. The Army War College Nigeria, established in February 2017, exists to build the capacities of Nigerian Army officers in the operational arts and to equip them with foundational strategic skills. The vision of the founders was clear: to prepare leaders for the complexities of contemporary and future operational environments, whether in single service, joint, multi-agency, or multinational contexts. This vision remains the bedrock of our mission today. Through deliberate curriculum development and reviews, rigorous academic delivery, and exposure to real-world operational problem solving, the college continues to justify its standing as the pinnacle of operational level training in Nigeria and amongst the most respected in Africa. Since its inception, the college has steadily evolved in capability and prestige. We have enhanced our infrastructure, modernized our training aids, and broadened our academic programs and also our interagency collaboration. Over the past year, the Wargaming Center, designed to stimulate complex operational environments, has reached an advanced level of operational capacity with ongoing upgrades to enhancing its state-of-the-art capabilities. We are grateful to the Chief of Army Staff for his unwavering support, without which these strides would not have been possible. Between February 2025 and today, the college has recorded several notable milestones. The inauguration of Course 9, seated in front of you, took place on 2nd of February, marking the beginning of a demanding but rewarding academic journey for our participants. The course brought together 80 officers from the Nigerian Army, Navy, and Air Force, which is inclusive of 9 international officers from the Republic of Cameroon, Republic of Benin, Botswana, the Gambia, Chad, and the Republic of Liberia. These diverse cohorts enriched syndicate's discourse with varied perspectives, strengthening the bond of professional cooperation across the continent. The academic program, structured along 8 comprehensive modules, have challenged participants to interrogate operational and strategic concepts critically. They have examined the dynamics of joint operations, counterinsurgency and counterterrorism, as well as peace support operations, and also emerging security threats, all while engaging in scenario-based exercises that demand strategic thinking and decisive leadership. Of particular note this year was the expanded interagency cooperation and collaboration module, which included 42 participants from ministries, departments, and agencies such as the Nigerian Police Force, Nigerian Customs Service, Nigerian Immigration Service, and numerous other ministries, departments, and agencies. Their participation further cemented the college's role as a crucible for whole of government and multi-agency operational planning. One of the most remarkable highlights of the year was the official inauguration of the Army War College Nigeria Alumni Association on 14th of August this year. This landmark event brought together graduates from previous courses to participation. The college also hosted the Symposium of Nigerian Civil War and the maiden seminar on ECOWAS Monitoring Group, ECOMOG for short, drawing senior officers and scholars from across the country and diverse academic disciplines. The engagement reinforces the college's rising status as a hub for operational level thought leadership on national and continental affairs. In line with our tradition of deepening intellectual engagement during the graduation week, we hosted the graduation lecture on the course theme, which is, and I quote, "Security of Forest Reserves for Enhanced National Defense," end of quote. The lecture provided rich insights into the strategic importance of forested areas in safeguarding national resources, sustaining military operations, and countering emerging threats. It stimulated robust discussions and offered actionable recommendations that align with our broader national security objectives. All these were possible because of the immeasurable support of the Chairman Governing Board. Today's graduation ceremony is a culmination of 36 weeks of intellectual rigor, teamwork, and professional growth. The graduating participants have not only mastered doctrinal concepts, but have also demonstrated the leadership, creativity, and adaptability demanded by the complexities of 21st century security challenges. They are now better prepared to assume higher responsibilities within the armed forces, sister African militaries, and other national security institutions. As we welcome our guests to witness this milestone, I urge our graduates to carry forward the values of integrity, excellence, and service that defines the Army War College Nigeria. You are now ambassadors of this institution. Your actions and decisions will reflect the quality of our training. Remain committed to continuous learning, interagency collaboration, dynamic leadership, and the pursuit of peace and stability in our region and beyond. Once again, I warmly welcome the special guests of honor, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Chief of Army Staff, other service chiefs, our distinguished guests, the NAOA President, and other family members and friends to the graduation ceremony of Course 9 2025. Thank you for honoring us with your presence and for your continued support to the Nigerian Army War College. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, sir, for those remarks. Graduates, as the Commandant has highlighted, you have been equipped with essential skills which inevitably prepares you to tackle the complex challenges of the 21st century battlefield. Take with you these important lessons as you are now part of an elite cohort of operational level leaders tasked with safeguarding our dear nation. May we please give the Commandant, Army War College Nigeria, another round of applause. Since the establishment of Army War College Nigeria as the intellectual hub of the Nigerian Army, where future leaders are prepared for higher responsibilities in the defense of our nation, the college has remained dedicated to developing operational level commanders and staff officers with the skills to think strategically, plan effectively, and manage resources in complex security environments. In a moment, you will be watching a documentary which will give you an insight into Army War College Nigeria, showcasing its rich history, mission, academic programs, exercises, and the people whose commitment and excellence continue to shape the future of land power in Nigeria and beyond. Please sit back and enjoy this interesting documentary on Army War College Nigeria.
Every great institution begins with a vision to shape the future, to build leaders, and to secure a vision. For the Nigerian Army, that vision came alive on 28 February 2017 with the establishment of Army War College.
Safety Corps, 2 from the Nigeria Customs Service, 3 from the Nigeria Immigration Service, 7 from the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, 5 from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, 1 from the Defense Intelligence Agency, and 34 allied officers from friendly nations. Since inception, Army War College Nigeria has been commanded by 7 accomplished generals. The late Major General A.G. Okunola, Pioneer Commandant, Major General E.J. Enenche, retired, Major General C. Ofoche, retired, Major General S.E. Odonwa, retired, Major General B.A. Alabi, Major General I.B. Meina, and the current Commandant, Major General Omar Mohammed Al-Khali, who assumed office on 22nd January 2025. Major General Al-Khali, a soldier scholar, a visionary administrator, and a leader committed to consolidating Army War College Nigeria as a professional military education center of excellence. In less than a year, his leadership has already recorded remarkable achievements. Some of his achievements include the conduct of the maiden Army War College Nigeria Alumni Association inauguration, creating a platform to strengthen professional bonds and strategic networks among graduates, hosting the first ever symposium on Nigeria's participation on the ECOMOG operations in Sierra Leone and Liberia, a landmark academic contribution to Nigeria's military history, taking the enactment of Army War College Nigeria Bill to an advanced level, improvement in the quality of the academic program, the overhauling of the solar installation of the administrative and annex blocks, as well as IT infrastructural upgrade, introducing cycling as part of the college sporting activities, promoting fitness, resilience, and camaraderie, upgrade of the Work Production Center and production of indigenous precise manuals and compilations on regional and local war theorists. One of the remarkable milestones in the college's recent development is the construction of new accommodation for the commandant, deputy commandant, members of the faculty, and senior non-commissioned officers. These projects, some already completed and others still in progress, reflect the steadfast support of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.O. Oluyede, and his predecessors, whose commitment has greatly enhanced the college infrastructure and overall learning environment. Equally significant are the Commandant's efforts to foster strong partnerships and international collaboration. These initiatives has drawn high-level visitors, including the Defense Advisor to the United Kingdom in Nigeria, Brigadier General Thomas Harper, a delegation from the Algerian War College led by Major General Bauche Amiroche, and UK Policy Desk Officer Ms. Andrade Jones, among others. Brigadier General O.I. Odigie serves as the Deputy Commandant and Director of Studies, Army War College Nigeria. He is also the Editor-in-Chief of the College Journal and the Bridge magazine, positions that enable him to showcase and complement the college academic and professional achievements. Brigadier General Odigie has this to say.
As Deputy Commandant and Director of Studies, Army War College Nigeria, our mandate is to deliver a curriculum that blends rigorous operational art, strategic studies, and practical exercises, ensuring that every participant leaves this college ready to lead at the highest levels of command. At the college, we place strong emphasis on research, critical thinking, and the exchange of ideas through our journal and the Bridge magazine, both of which I oversee as the Editor-in-Chief. These platforms allow our faculty and participants to share insights that shape doctrine and inform national security policy. It is a privilege to guide such dedicated officers and international participants, and we remain committed to fostering an environment where scholarship, professionalism, and innovation thrive for the good of not only the Nigerian Army, but the Nigerian military at large.
Adding the perspective of participants, the course president offered heartfelt words of appreciation, reflecting on the rich learning experience, the camaraderie built throughout the course, and the college's profound impact on their professional growth.
Our journey at this esteemed institution began in February, and it has been enriching and rewarding. On behalf of the participants, I extend our sincere appreciation to the Commandant of the College, Major General U.M. Alkali. I also commend the Deputy Commandant and Director of Studies, Brigadier General O.I. Odigie. The faculty members also deserve special recognitions for their exceptional ability to mentor and sharpen our critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Indeed, meaningful learning has taken place. We are now well prepared to serve as operational planners and managers within the Nigerian Army across the tri-service platforms, and I dare say at the regional and global level.
From the international community, an allied participant from Republic of Chad shared a warm message of gratitude, highlighting the value of the cross-border collaboration and the unique insights gained from training alongside officers of the Nigerian Army and other agencies.
As an allied participant from Republic of Chad, I'm truly honored to have trained at the Army of Nigeria. This program has been a transformative experience, deepening my understanding of operational art, joint planning, and regional security cooperation. I will return to Chad better equipped to support our collective effort for peace and stability and the security of our region.
Likewise, a participant from the Nigerian Air Force expressed appreciation for the course's rich joint operations focus, noting how it strengthened understanding of integrating air power into land and maritime campaigns.
As a participant from the Nigerian Air Force, attending the Army War College Nigeria has been an exceptionally rewarding experience. Working alongside colleagues from the Army, Navy, Air Force, and allied nations has deepened my appreciation for true jointness, inter-service cooperation, and the importance of allied partnerships. I will leave this course more confident and better prepared to contribute to our nation's defense and regional stability.
In a similar spirit, a Nigerian Navy participant commended the college for broadening perspectives on maritime security within joint operations, underscoring the importance of seamless coordination among all services for national defense.
As a representative of the Nigerian Navy, my time at the Army War College Nigeria has been truly rewarding. The curriculum focuses on joint operations, maritime security considerations, and operational level planning, which has broadened my strategic perspective and has sharpened my ability to work seamlessly across services. I will definitely return better equipped to contribute to Nigeria's defense and to national maritime security at large.
The college deeply appreciates the steadfast support of the Chairman Governing Board, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.O. Oluyede Nigerian Army Medal, the esteemed members of the Governing Board, past commandants, and the dedicated members of faculty. Special appreciation also goes to the members of the external faculty, international partners, and other strategic stakeholders. The story of the Army War College Nigeria is a story of vision fulfilled, of leaders forged, and of excellence sustained. The Army War College Nigeria, shaping operational level leaders, strengthening Nigeria's security, and safeguarding the nation.
The documentary has indeed given us an insight into this citadel of learning. The special guest of honor, sir, senior officers, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the moment our delightful graduates have all been waiting for. The course highlights and conferment on them of the award, Fellow War College, or FWC for short. May I therefore invite the Deputy Commandant, Director of Studies, Army War College Nigeria, Brigadier General O.I. Odige, to give the course highlights and present the participants for the conferment on them as fellows of this great War College. The Deputy Commandant, sir.
The special guest of honor, sir, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today's graduation ceremony is a culmination of the Higher Military Strategy and Management course for participants of Course 9 2025. The intensive course, which spanned a total of 36 weeks, exposed participants to diverse areas of professional military education. The course is organized into 8 modules and carefully selected supporting packages taught over a period of 3 terms. The 8 modules are the Foundation Module, National Security and Organization of Defense, Interagency Cooperation and Coordination in Military Operations. The 4th is the Theory of War and Strategy, Leadership, Military History, Operational Arts and Campaigning, which is the crux of the course, and finally, the Peace Support Operations module. The contents of these modules were carefully selected to prepare our graduates for operational level command and staff functions in single and joint service, as well as in extra-regimental and civilian appointments at national and international levels. I therefore request at this juncture to recognize
the members of faculty who worked tirelessly to impart knowledge under a conducive atmosphere that allows professional military education to thrive. The directors and members of faculty may please rise for recognition. Thank you. Please be seated. Today's graduates who have succeeded in gaining from the college's ever-flowing fountain of knowledge are a total of 80 participants comprising 67 Nigerian Army officers, 2 officers each from the Nigerian Navy and Nigerian Air Force, and 9 allied participants from the republics of Benin, Botswana, Cameroon, Chad, the Gambia, and the Republic of Liberia. The 80 graduates of Course 9 2025 have gone through the training and have been found worthy in character and in learning. They have also met the stipulated conditions for the award of the Fellowship of the Army War College, Nigeria. At this point, may I request the graduates to rise for recognition. I hereby present to you the 80 graduates for the conferment of the Fellowship of the Army War College, Nigeria. May I most respectfully invite the Commandant, Major General U.M. Alkali, to confer the graduates with the Fellowship of the Army War College, Nigeria. The Commandant.
I, Major General U.M. Alkali, Commandant, Army War College, Nigeria, by the powers vested in me by the College Governing Board of the Army War College, Nigeria, hereby confer on you individually and collectively the award of Fellow War College. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir. Gentlemen and new fellows of Army War College, Nigeria, congratulations. You may please be seated. The graduates are now entitled to use the symbol FWC after their names in all service documents. Congratulations. The special guest of honor, sir, distinguished senior officers, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, now that the latest Army War College Nigerian graduates have been conferred with the award FWC, we are now on the next item on our program, which is to consolidate their conferment with the presentation of Fellow War College certificates to them, and also giving merit awards to deserving graduates. Permit me to inform you that the presentation of certificates to the graduates will be made by the special guest of honor, and the presentation of merit awards will be done by the Chief of Army Staff. We shall now start with the presentation of the Fellow War College certificates by the special guest of honor, who will be assisted by the Commandant, Army War College, Nigeria. May I humbly request the Commandant to please invite our special guest of honor, Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, Commander of the Order of the Niger, member of the National Institute, our Honorable Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to kindly present the certificates to the graduates. The Commandant, sir. Let us please welcome the special guest of honor with a round of applause. And as our graduates come forward, remember the most important award isn't the certificate, it is also the nicknames your fellow classmates gave you. Don't worry, don't be alarmed. We won't be sharing those for everybody, just a few of you. First on the list is Colonel M.I. Abdurrahman. Mohammed is of the infantry and he is fondly called the future. Next is Colonel A. Abu. Aminu is of the artillery and he is fondly called Bullet. Next is Colonel M.D. Adamu. Mohammed is of the infantry and is fondly called Clausewitz. Next is Lieutenant Colonel O.E. Adedayo. Olabode is of the infantry. Next is Colonel L.A. Adejo. Luke is of the infantry. Next is Commander A.E. Aderinto. Adekunle is a pilot in the Nigerian Navy. Next is Colonel A.S. Adisa. Abolade is of the supply and transport. Next is Colonel I.R. Adam. Yolom is of the infantry. Next is Colonel E.M. Akale. Moses is of the artillery and he's fondly called Mosdef. Next is Lieutenant Colonel O.V. Akindele. Oladotun is of the artillery. Next is Colonel O. Akingbesote. Olumide is of the infantry. Next is Colonel I.M. Akosim. Ifeanyi is of the supply and transport, and he is fondly called Akobobo. Next is Lieutenant Colonel T.G. Apase. Termia is of the engineers, and he is fondly called Asapi. Next is Colonel S.A. Arogundade. Sakiru is of the signals, and he is fondly called Alafi Songo. I hope we are safe. Next is Colonel V.O. Asukwo. Victor is of the infantry. Next is Lieutenant Colonel F.O. Atakele. Fortune is of the infantry. Next is an allied participant, Colonel S.Y. Swonovu. Charles is of the Benin Armed Forces. Next is Colonel M.M. Bello. Mustafa is of the engineers. We have another Bello, Colonel R.A. Bello. Rilwan is of the signals. And yet another Bello, Colonel S. Bello. Sani is of the ordnance. Next is Colonel O.I. Brimore. Oluwatoyin is of the infantry, and he's fondly called Nigabi. Next is Colonel S.O. Buari. Saliu is of the infantry. Next is Colonel S.O. Beke. Swobo is of the artillery. Next is Lieutenant Colonel G.O. Egu. Godwin is of the military police. Next is Colonel S.Y. Hassan. Salim is of the infantry, and he was the course secretary for this distinguished course. Next is Colonel I.A.M. Enemaku. Ikandi is of the infantry, and is fondly called Marine Colonel. Next is Colonel T.E. Fakokunde. Temitayo is of the infantry. Next is Colonel D.B. Faponda. Dele is of the infantry and is fondly called T-Boy. Next is Colonel D.O. Ehichoya. Daniel is of the legal services and is fondly called the legal luminary. Next is Colonel E.E. Ibans. Ekopema is of the military police. Next is Colonel C.O. Iruegbupe. Cyril is of the electrical and mechanical engineers. Next is Colonel Y.I. Ishaku. Yao is of the engineers. Next is Commander O.O. Izoku. Osamo Diamen is of the executive branch of the Nigerian Navy. Next is Colonel S.U. James. Suleiman is of the engineers. Next is Colonel G. Jokotola. Benga is of the intelligence. Next is Colonel E.A. Khan. Edward is of the artillery. The next recipient is another allied participant, Colonel K. Kegotsile. Kesa is of the Botswana Defense Force. Next is also another allied participant, Colonel M.H. Kochi. Muhammad is of the Chadian Air Force, and he is a transport pilot. Next is Colonel R.O. Kolaole. Rashid is of the infantry. Next is Colonel L.M. Lamon. Laraban is of the signals and is fondly called La Montra. Next is Colonel U.B. Migarba. Usman is of the infantry. Next is Colonel P.J. Magui. Philemon is of the artillery and is called Sun Tzu. Next is Lieutenant Colonel D. Memuno. David is of the infantry and is fondly called Davido. Next is Colonel I.A. Manga. Ishaya is of the infantry and is fondly called War Planner. Next is another allied participant, Lieutenant Colonel N.N.A. Marie. Nana is of the Cameroonian Gendarmerie. Next is Colonel H.I. Umbe. Habib is of the infantry. Next is Colonel M. Mohammed. Murtala is of the engineers. The next recipient is another allied participant, Colonel D.Y. Motsumi. David is of the Botswana Defense Force. Next is Colonel B.K. Musa. Bala is of the signals. Next is Lieutenant Colonel A.U. Mukhtar. Ahmed is of the military police and is fondly called GOC. Next is Colonel M.S. Musa. Mohammed is of the infantry and is fondly called Momex. Next is Lieutenant Colonel A.R. Mustafa. Abdul Jalil is of the signals. Next is Colonel A.A. Nikoro. Akintunde is of the finance. The next is another allied participant, Lieutenant Colonel T.K. Nimely. Thomas is of the Armed Forces of Liberia. Next is Colonel E.J. Nkerwem. James is of the infantry and he was the course president for Army War College, Nigeria Course 9, 2025. Next is Colonel A.O. Ochigbo. Anthony is of the artillery. Next is Wing Commander A.M. Onalaja. Ade Damola is a fighter pilot with the Nigerian Air Force. Next is Colonel D.O. Ogweri. Daniel is of the infantry and is fondly called Ogweri the Great. Next is Colonel O.O. Okedigba. Oluwale is of the infantry and is fondly called Wasco the Great and Mighty. Next is Colonel A.E. Oladipo. Adewale is of the finance. Next is Colonel A.O. Ogidon. Abidemi is of the infantry. The next is another allied participant, Lieutenant Colonel I.M. Quinjande. Ibrahim is of the Armed Forces of Liberia. Next is Colonel Z.A. Sadao. Zuberu is of the infantry. Next is Colonel A. Seidu. Abubakar is of the engineers. Next is Colonel N.J. Sanwang. Nansak is of the signals. Next is Colonel S. Sani. Shehu is of the Armor. The next recipient is another allied participant, Lieutenant Colonel B. Sir. Bashir is of the Gambia Armed Forces. Next is Colonel O.A. Sebotimo. Olasupo is of the military police and he's fondly called Dragon. Next is Colonel A.A. Shoda. Adewale is of the Ordnance and is fondly called Skodi Baba. Next is Colonel A.A. Umar. Ali is of the infantry. Next is Lieutenant Colonel I.B. Umar. Ibrahim is of the infantry. Next is Colonel A.Z. Usman. Abdullahi is of the military police. Next is Lieutenant Colonel M. Usman. Mohammed is of the artillery. The next recipient is another allied participant, Lieutenant Colonel B.A.H. Valerie. Bomba is of the Cameroonian Army. Next is Wing Commander N. Watafua. Ndahiri is of the Nigerian Air Force and he is an air traffic controller. Next is Colonel S.A. Yakubu. Suleiman is of the artillery. Next is Colonel N.A. Yakubu. Nehemiah is of the infantry and is also called a boy. The final recipient for today is Colonel W. Yekin. Wasil is of the intelligence. Thank you very much, sir. May I request the Commandant to please usher the special guest of honor back to his seat. Thank you, sir. Let us please appreciate the special guest of honor with a resounding round of applause. The next set of presentations are the Merit Awards given to the best allied participant, the participant who wrote the best college paper, and the 3 best participants in order of merit. To set the stage for the presentation of awards, I will give a quote from our indefatigable Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.O. Oloyede, Nigerian Army Medal amongst numerous honors and awards he holds. And I quote, "The day you start accepting satisfaction of the progress you have attained is the day that you stop progressing." End of quote. Garnering from this quote, some participants chose to go beyond the ordinary striving for excellence in all they did, and today they stand distinguished, as they are about to be rewarded for their outstanding efforts. On this note, it is my honor and privilege to request the Commandant, Army War College Nigeria, to please invite the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.O. Oloyede, Nigerian Army Medal, to kindly make the presentations to the award winners for Army War College Nigeria Course 9 2025. The Commandant, sir. Let us please welcome the Chief of Army Staff with a resounding round of applause. For the award winners, I shall start with the Chief of Defense Intelligence Award for the Best Allied Participant. The winner for Army War College Nigeria Course 9 2025 is Colonel Charles Sonovu from the Republic of Benin. Colonel Sonovo is a member of the second regular course of the National Officer School of Tofo. He is of the Infantry Airborne Corps who served in the Benin Republican Guard as the Commander, Security Forces National Assembly, before reporting for the course. He is happily married to Ms. Chantal Saunja, and the union is blessed with 3 children. Next is the Director General, Nigerian Army Resource Center Award for the 3rd position. The participant that came 3rd in order of merit for Army War College Nigeria Course 9 is Colonel B.K. Musa. Colonel B.K. Musa is a member of 53rd regular course of the Nigerian Defense Academy and is of the Signals. Before reporting for this course, he was the commanding officer, 550 Signals Regiment. He is happily married to Mrs. Rukayat Omobukola Musa, and they are blessed with 3 children. Next is the Commander Training and Doctrine Command Award for 2nd position. The participant that came 2nd in order of merit for Course 9 is Wing Commander A.M. Onalaja. He is a member of 55th regular course of the Nigerian Defense Academy, and he is a fighter pilot of the Nigerian Air Force. His last appointment before coming on this course was Group Operations Officer, 403 Flying Training School, Kano. He is happily married to Mrs. Nkechi Onalaja, and they are blessed with 2 children. Now, to the Chief of Army Staff Award for the Best College Paper. This award is given to the participant who wrote the college paper that was adjudged as the best in content and responsiveness to the problem it seeks to solve. The strategies proffered by the paper must be specific, achievable, feasible, and ethical, while the recommendations must be simple, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound. The college paper that was adjudged the best for Army War College Nigeria Course 9 was supervised by Colonel O.G. Olainka, a member of faculty here at the college, and the paper is titled An Assessment of the Nigerian Army Recruitment Process for Enhanced Operational Efficiency. And the participant who won this award is Colonel S.Y. Hassan. Colonel S.Y. Hassan is a member of 53rd regular course of the Nigerian Army and of the Infantry Corps. For his research paper, Colonel S.Y. Hassan designed an application which he named Nigerian Army Recruitment Management System, NARMS for short. The application is used for real-time monitoring of the Nigerian Army recruitment process data collection and analysis. Last and in this case certainly the best is the Chief of Army Staff Golden Award. The award is given to the participant that came first in order of merit on the course. And the proud winner of the Chief of Army Staff Golden Award for Army War College Nigeria Course 9 is Colonel S.Y. Hassan. Before reporting for this course, he was a directing staff at the Armed Forces Command and Staff College. He is happily married to Mrs. Aisha Muzamil Hanga Hassan, and they are blessed with 3 children. Thank you very much, sir. May we please usher the Chief of Army Staff back to his seat with a round of applause. Thank you, sir. Congratulations once again to all our graduates and award winners. These senior officers have completed a rigorous course in strategy, operations, and management. They've conquered syndicate discussions, survived the logistics of endless assignments, and mastered the art of staying awake during long lectures. Truly, if they can survive this course, they are ready for anything the battlefield can throw at them. The special guest of honor, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and pride that we proceed to the official unveiling of the Army War College Nigeria Bridge Magazine, the Journal, and other publications. Over the years, Army War College Nigeria has remained committed to advancing professional military education, promoting indigenous research, and nurturing strategic thought rooted in our local realities. In pursuit of this vision, our faculty and participants have delved into local war theories, developing frameworks and perspectives that reflect Nigeria's unique operational environment. These efforts have culminated in the production of significant publications, such as the Army War College Nigeria Bridge Magazine, the Army War College Nigeria Journal, various monographs, as well as handbooks on operational level planning process, campaigning, and wargaming. The Army War College Nigeria Bridge Magazine captures the activities, achievements, and reflections of the college community, while the Army War College Nigeria Journal provides a scholarly platform for disseminating original research, innovations, and doctrinal insights tailored to the African security landscape. These publications symbolizes the college's growing intellectual independence and its contribution to the development of homegrown military thought and strategy. The handbooks present a domesticated approach to military operations planning, containing examples from operations that the Nigerian Army has conducted. At this juncture, it is my privilege to request the Commandant, Army War College Nigeria, to kindly invite the special guest of honor to unveil the Army War College Journal Magazine and other publications, marking yet another milestone in our collective pursuit of knowledge, professionalism, and national defense excellence. The Commandant, sir. While the unveiling is ongoing, permit me to inform you that Army War College Nigeria has obtained its international standard book number. The college has obtained its international standard book number, hence, it can produce all its publications and manuals in-house with appropriate international recognition. The college has also expanded its work production center to a full-fledged printing press. The college is also pleased to inform you that all publications were designed and printed out of the Works Production Center, less the Army War College Nigeria Bridge magazine, which was only printed outside the college after being designed and edited at our production center. Congratulations to the Commandant, Army War College Nigeria, the editorial teams, contributors, and all who made this vision a reality. May these publications continue to inspire research, information, and strategic excellence across the Nigerian Army and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once again in celebrating this landmark achievement, the unveiling of Army War College Nigeria Journal, magazine, and other publications. The special guest of honor, sir, senior officers, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the highest point of this great occasion, the graduation speech. I have the honor and privilege to request the Commandant to please invite the special guest of honor to deliver the graduation address. The Commandant, sir. Let us usher the special guest of honor to the lectern with a resounding round of applause.
Thank you. The Chief of Defense Staff, General C.J. Musa, ably represented by the Chief of Defense Training, our host, the Chairman of the Board of AWCN, Lieutenant General O. Oluide, Nigerian Army Medal, the Chief of Defense Intelligence, the representatives of the service chiefs, the Commandant of the War College, Your Excellencies, ambassadors and members of diplomatic corps here present, Director, Army, Ministry of Defense, and other members of the governing board,